Welcome back to Old Charles. Today we are talking about the United States quarter dollar from the year 1977. This coin is part of the Washington Quarter series which began in 1932, and the 1977 issue was produced during a time when quarters were made from a copper-nickel clad composition instead of silver. This means the coin is made with an outer layer of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core, and because of this metal content the 1977 quarter does not have intrinsic silver value, but it still holds interest for collectors and people who find old coins in their pocket change. The obverse of the coin shows the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan with the word Liberty at the top, the phrase "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1977 at the bottom. The reverse shows the heraldic eagle with spread wings holding arrows and olive branches symbolizing strength and peace with the words United States of America and quarter dollar surrounding the design. In 1977, quarters were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark. Coins from Denver carry a small D mint mark, and proof coins from San Francisco carry an S mint mark. The Philadelphia and Denver coins were struck for circulation and had very high mintage numbers, which is one of the main reasons why the 1977 quarter is generally common today, because millions were produced. Many examples are still found in circulation even now. When it comes to value, the most important factor is condition. A heavily circulated 1977 quarter with lots of wear, scratches and dull surfaces is usually worth only its face value, which is 25 cents. Slightly better circulated examples may sell for a little more, especially if they have decent detail and minimal damage. Uncirculated coins which were never used in everyday transactions can be worth more, especially if they show strong luster, sharp details and no marks. In average uncirculated condition, a 1977 quarter may be worth around $1 to a few dollars depending on eye appeal and grading. High-grade uncirculated coins certified by professional grading services can bring higher prices, especially those graded at very high levels like MS 65 or higher, but these are not easy to find because many coins from this era were not carefully preserved. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are a different story. These were specially made for collectors with polished dies and planchets resulting in mirror-like fields and sharp frosted designs. Proof 1977 quarters are usually more valuable than circulation strikes, especially if they are in excellent condition with no scratches or hazing. These proof coins can be worth several dollars and more if they are graded and preserved well. Errors and varieties can also increase the value of a 1977 quarter. Collectors look for off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets and other minting mistakes which are rare and can significantly raise the price if authenticated. However, such errors are uncommon and most 1977 quarters are normal standard issues. Overall, the United States quarter dollar from 1977 is a common coin with modest value, but it is still an interesting piece of American history representing everyday money used by millions of people. If you find one in your change, it may not make you rich, but checking the condition, mint mark and any unusual features can be a fun and educational experience for any coin enthusiast. Alright, let's dive into the history of the United States quarter. $1,977. The quarter is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series which began in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. The original design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and features Washington in profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The Washington quarter replaced the standing Liberty quarter and was intended to honor the first president of the United States. The 1977 quarter was produced during a period of high coin production as the United States economy relied heavily on coinage for everyday transactions. The 1970s saw a lot of coins being made because of inflation and increased consumer spending. The 1977 quarter, like other quarters of the time, is made from copper-nickel clad composition. This change from silver, which had been used in quarters before 1965, was due to rising silver prices and the need to make coinage affordable for mass production. The obverse of the coin continued to feature Washington's portrait. The reverse showed the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings holding arrows and olive branches symbolizing the United States' commitment to peace and military readiness. The coin was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark. Denver coins have a D mint mark and San Francisco proof coins have an S mint mark. The 1977 quarter does not commemorate a special event unlike the bicentennial quarters of 1976, but it reflects the everyday money circulating in the United States during the late 1970s. The quarter was used in commerce for purchasing goods and services, and over the years millions of these coins were distributed, making them a common But historically significant piece of currency, the 1977 quarter represents a time in American history when coins were transitioning fully to base metals and when George Washington's image had become a symbol of American coinage continuity and tradition. Collectors today value the coin not only for its metal and condition but also as a snapshot of American monetary history in the post-silver era. Let's go even deeper into the history of the United States quarter. $1,977. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and featured a profile of Washington on the obverse with a heraldic eagle on the reverse. Originally quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, but rising silver prices and coin shortages led to a change in 1965 when the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel clad composition. This meant the 1977 quarter was no longer made of silver but instead had an outer layer of copper-nickel with a pure copper core. This change allowed mass production to continue affordably and ensured coins could withstand everyday circulation. The 1970s were a period of high coin demand due to economic growth, inflation, and an increase in everyday consumer transactions. The 1977 quarter was produced at 3 mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins had no mint mark, Denver coins had a D mint mark, and San Francisco coins were proofs with an S mint mark. Proof coins were made especially for collectors with polished planchets and sharp details. While the 1977 quarter does not commemorate a special event, it represents a typical coin used in everyday commerce. It circulated widely in pockets, wallets, and cash registers across the United States, becoming a common yet historically important piece of currency. The eagle on the reverse holding arrows and olive branches symbolizes both military readiness and a desire for peace. The continuity of Washington's image over decades reflects the United States' respect for its first president and the enduring symbolism of national identity. Collectors today view the 1977 quarter as a representation of post-silver era coinage, a time when coins became more accessible for everyday use, yet retain